Hello guys, today I want to teach you how you can install Redhat Linux on AWS. So to do that, I've logged into my AWS console portal. So I'll go to EC2. So for EC2 dashboard, I'm going to launch the EC2 instance. So instance is where we create the virtual machine, which I'm going to create Red Hat Linux virtual machine. So how you can create a virtual machine running Red Hat Linux on AWS. That is what today's video is all about. So from the EC2 instance dashboard, I'll go to the tab that says launch instance to click instance. So here it is. So I'm going to give instance name. Let me give Redhat, their server. So like I said, I'm installing the virtual machine I'm going to create, going to run Redhat Linux. So this here, you have to select your operating system that you want the virtual machine to run on. So I want it to be Redhat Linux, which I've clicked it here right now, which has selected Redhat 10. I don't want 10. Let me look for 9. So I'll go for 9. Confirm changes, yes. So from there, I have to scroll down. So yeah, instance type. So this has to do with the CPU and the RAM. So T3 micro, which is a feature, I'm not going to be charged for this. So this is okay for me. T3 micro, which has 2 virtual CPU and 1 gigabyte memory. It's okay for the Red Hat I want to create. So now the login key, security key, I have to get the key pair here. If I have existing one, I can select it here. I can click select existing and select the existing one. I have existing one here. Let me see. Let me create a new one. So to create a new one, create a new key, keep here. So I have to give it name. So today is 1st September 2025. That's what I'm going to give the keep here. So ISA, the default, I'll select it. .pem is okay. Great keep here. So now network setting, I want to select the network of the virtual machine, which I'm going to create. So VPC, that is like unique. The network ID is okay for me. I can create a VPC that will be on another window. So I'll leave the default subnet availability zone. I'm not bothering on that. Then auto assign public IP. This will assign public IP to my virtual machine. I have to enable it. So in case you see it disabled, yeah, at times it may be disabled. Make sure that you enable it. Because without the public IP, you'll not be able to log into your virtual machine after you created it. So it is firewall security group. If I have existing firewall, I'll click here and select the existing firewall. I have existing one here. I have existing one here. Let me select your existing. Let me select this. Or let me just create it so I can show you how to create a security group. So let me give it a name. Redhat SG. SG is short for security group. So I'll copy it. I'll copy it. Description of my security group. So I see put it here. So here now, I have to allow ports which I want the virtual machine to be created with. We're going to log into SSH. So I have to allow it. By default, it's always allow. So I'll leave it. So I want to allow HTTP and HTTPS as well. So what do? Look at the tab here. Add security group. Group rule. I'll click out the security group rule. So here now, I'm looking for HTTP. So I'm going to take anywhere. So for anywhere, you can connect through HTTP. So that's okay. So HTTPS, like as well, I'm going to create, allow that. HTTPS, allow HTTPS. If I want to run a web server on the Red Hat operating system that I want to, virtual machine I want to create. So I need to allow HTTP and HTTPS. HTTPS. So for anywhere, so I'm done with that. So yeah, the hard drive is 10 gig. That's selected by default. So okay, if I want more than that, I'll just type the amount, the number of the size of the hard drive. Let's say I want 20, I'll just type 20 here. So let me put 20 there. 10 gig is okay for the website and the web server, but let me just put 20 gig just to show you that you can change it. It doesn't have to be, leave it at default. So the next thing here, the launch instance, I'll click on launch instance. So this is how to create virtual machine and running Red Hat operating system. You can do for Windows Server, you can do the Windows 11 as well. But this particular one, I'm running, I want to install Red Hat operating system on the virtual machine. So it may take some time for it to create. You can see now the status here. Check status is showing initializing. So AWS now is creating virtual machine running on Red Hat operating system for me. It may take a while. Let me have to refresh it so I can see the how far it has gone on creating it. So it's still creating it for me. So it may take a while. So I have to wait. This is in brevity how to launch, create a virtual machine on AWS. You have to have an AWS account for you to do that. So you see that I log into my account. I went to EC2 dashboard. For an EC2 dashboard, I launched instance. So when I go to instance, I created an instance. Instance is I want to create a virtual machine running Red Hat Linux. So you can create a virtual machine running Windows Server 2025 operating system. You can create a virtual machine running Ubuntu Linux, Debian Linux. So any operating system that you want is here on AWS. But this one for this video, we are creating virtual machine running Red Hat Linux. Excuse me. So let me refresh. Let's see. So it's still creating the virtual machine for me. AWS creating it for me. So taking some time. So you can see this is the name of it, Red Hat server. Instance ID, it has an ID. This is automatically generated. So instance state running, the instance type, which has to do with the CPU and RAM, T3 micro, and which is a feature. I'm not going to be charged for it. So availability zone, it has selected, I didn't select anyone. It has selected US is 1A4. Then look at the public IP, IPv4 DNS. This is it. Then it has given you public IP address. You can see the public IP address. Elastic IP. Elastic has it that, this my public IP address is dynamic. If I restart after creating the virtual machine and I restart it, this is going to change. The public IP address is going to change. So if you want it to be static, that beyond restarting and shutting it down and starting it, you don't want the IP address to change. You have to create elastic IP. That's what it's for. We are not running on IPv6. So this is the key. This is what I'll use to log in. I'll log into the SSH. So this is my key. This is the launch time. This is a platform running on Red Hat. So that's just few the few configuration that I didn't want to show to you. So this is the configuration that we are seeing here. So it need to be, this have to show that it's ready. It's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. So if it's not ready, I will not be able to log into the system. So look at the details of the virtual machine. The details is here. So you can see the public IP address. You can see the instance ID. This is the private, because the virtual machine comes with private IP and public IP. So this is the private IP address. If we did not enable public IP when we were creating it, we will not have public IP. We just have only private IP. So if you want to create a virtual machine to just be on intranet network, you don't want it to be accessible through the internet, you will disable the public IP. So you can also create a virtual machine that will just be accessible within your intranet network, your office network. It's possible we just have a private IP address. You don't need to have a public IP address. But this I want to launch a web server. So you have to be accessible to the you have to be accessible to the internet. So that's why I have to enable public. So you can see here, check pass 3/3 check pass. That means my instance is ready. So how do I log into the instance now? I can log into my command prompt. I can log into command prompt. So how do I log into command prompt? Let me show you now. The first thing is that I need, what is the username for this virtual machine? To get the username, I'm going to check it here to select the virtual machine. I'll now click on connect. So clicking on connect, I'll get the name here. Look at it. This is the name of the virtual machine. I've gotten the name here. So let them say I want to connect to command prompt now via SSH. So I'll type SSH. Then the key, iPhone I how to type the key name as September 4th September 2025. I didn't type it well. 2025. That's the key. That's the key name. Then let me copy the name, the username. EC2. I need that. EC2 art. So I need the public IP. So I can take you see, I can see the public IP address here. This is the public IP address. I'll just copy it. So after copying it out, so this should get me connected to the system. If there is no mistake, yeah, I just have to type yes. What does it say? Are you sure you want to continue? I said yes. EC2, permission denied. What happened? Let me check. Let me go to my download folder to check this is the SSH key. This is it right there. So let me see. Let me see. Come in. I'm sure I didn't make any mistake here. Okay, there's another way I can. Let me try to copy it. Let me go to this, let me copy it. Let me copy it and just paste it. So let's see. Okay. Yes. Guys, I've logged in to the Redhat Linux. My virtual machine is ready. Redhat Linux is installed on the virtual machine right now. So you can see who am I. I'm the user, the correct working user on the Redhat Linux is EC2 user. Working directory is /home/EC2. So this how to install virtual machine running Redhat Linux on AWS. So I'm going to make another video where I'm going to show you how to install and configure web server on virtual machine that we created on AWS. So guys,